everybody, it's Mandy from Mandy Chic. I am doing a review, well, that's not really a review as much as like a first impression, quasi review, and then I also picked up some of my other buffing brushes so we can kind of compare them a little bit. But I went ahead and bought the BH Cosmetics Sculpt and Blend kit, which I got this for a good deal. I got this for $16.95 for 10 brushes. Right now it's on the website for $23 something. So you just kind of gotta watch the website for their deals and things like that. The first thing I will say is they give you this bag, and the bag is so flimsy and cheesy. Other than that, I mean, brushes are really nice. They give you 5 face brushes and 5 like smaller blending brushes. Now, I wanted these brushes for a while because I think probably the only person on YouTube that's not in love with Sigma brushes. I'm not a huge Sigma fan. I think that their brushes are so expensive for what you're getting. MAC brushes the same way. There are so many great brushes on the market now that are the same quality for way cheaper. This brush set, if it was Sigma, this brush set here with the 5 is like 70 bucks, and this one with the 5 is like 70 bucks. So you're talking $140 for brushes. I'm sorry, that is too expensive for me. With as much money as I spend on makeup, obviously, you know, I could probably splurge on one of the Sigma brush kits, but I'm just not going to do it because there's so much great brushes from other manufacturers that are so much cheaper that it's just not how I want to allocate my makeup dollars. Listen to that financial planning for you. The first, I'll talk about them in 2 parts. The first one I'll talk about are the face brushes. They give you 5. They give you kind of an angled kabuki or angled blending or buffer. Then they give you a tapered, which, oh, I love these. An angle topped kabuki. That's what I'm trying to say. A flat top kabuki or flat top blending brush, and then a rounded top. So I'll talk about the rounded top first. All of these brushes are really nice quality. They feel nice, the bristles are nice. I haven't had any shedding yet, and I've used them a couple times. I've even washed them. They washed up beautifully. They are a nice brush set. But I'll talk about the round top blending brush first. I have another round top blending brush that you guys know is my holy grail makeup brush. Like, I could not live without this. I have a backup for a backup of a backup. And that is the Real Techniques blending brush. Or buffing brush. I freaking like love this brush more than anything. This is the brush that I have one in my car. I have one in my makeup bag. I have one in my desk drawer, and I have 2 up there because that is how much I love these brushes. I've used them for powder, I've used them for creams, I've used them for everything. Love this brush. This brush is fairly similar. It doesn't have as much surface area as what the Real Technique one does. The Real Techniques one is more stiffer, where this is a little bit more flexible. They do the same job though. I haven't had any issues with blending with this. I haven't had any spots that I've missed. For a round top buffing brush, for the value, I think it's great. Now I'll do the angled brush. This one I actually use for blush and for contour to blend it out. You know, I've used this brush. I like it for the dollar, or for the amount, for the cost is what I'm trying to say, for the cost. It's a nice brush. It buffs my makeup out nice. There's been like 3 cops that have drove by my house. It blends out my makeup nice. It's stiff enough where you can get a nice blend, and you can get even a nice stipple if you wanted to, but it's soft enough where it blends really nice. So that is the other round top. So you get 2 round tops, one that is a normal buffing brush and one that's an angled. This is another brush that when you see like how it looks right now, you're gonna tell I use it all the time. This is one of my favorite brushes that I've had for a very long time. It's by Crown Brush, and it is a tapered kabuki. They call it the CF50. I don't know if they've changed the name of it. I've been meaning to get another one for some time, and I just haven't. Well, I don't need to, because this BH Cosmetics one is very similar. The bristles are not as long, and it's not quite as pointed as the Crown Brush, but how it feels on the skin, it does the same job. They're both just as bendable. They're stiff at the base, both of them are. So, I mean, these could be a dupe. other than the fact that the round brush is a little bit longer in the bristles, these could be a dupe for each other. I don't know how much this one is. I'll look it up online and include it below. This I use to blend my concealer out all the time because it just does such an amazing job. Concealer and highlight. And this one does the same thing. I mean, this is, I mean, it gets right underneath. I actually like this size better, come to think about it, because I like how it gets right underneath the eye. I can blend out my concealer, blend out my highlight, and we're done. Okay, the next one that I have is the flat top kabuki. This is very similar to the Sigma F80. The Sigma F80 is, I think, $17 for one brush. This whole kit was $17. I've used it to blend out my foundation. I've used it to apply powder. Does the job. Really nice brush. This is the Sigma F80. You'll see it's a little bit stiffer than the BH Cosmetics. I do like the fact that the Sigma is so much stiffer. The Sigma does have more bristles. This is Sigma, this is BH Cosmetics. So you'll see, you know, a difference there. But other than that, these apply makeup fairly similar. The Sigma is heavier, where this is lighter. But, I mean, for the price, and for them doing basically the same job, I think the Sigma blends out your foundation a little quicker. But this does the same job if you just want a little bit more elbow grease to save a few dollars. Now, I do have, and you guys have seen these on my channel before, and you know how much I love these. These are the Coastal Scents flat top kabukis. I love these. I have 2 of them. That's how much I love them. They're a dupe for the Sigma F80. I mean, they are, other than the fact that the bristles are longer, they apply makeup the exact same way the Sigma F80 does. The Coastal Scents is more similar to the BH Cosmetics brush. They're both a little bit more flexible than the Sigma F80, but they blend the makeup same way. When I used both of these brushes, you can't tell which one I used. They're even close to the same size. Well, BH Cosmetics is a little bit smaller, but it's a nice brush. This is definitely the smallest flat top kabuki that I own, which I actually kind of like the size. Now, I do not have another makeup brush like this. This is the angled kabuki. I've used it when I've blended out my highlight, and I've used it underneath my eyes, and it does a fabulous job. So as far as the face brushes go, I'm so glad I got this kit, because for $16, I'm going to say between $16 to $30, because you never know what the price of these are going to be with BH Cosmetics sales. And I'm not trying to be like a butthead and say that, it's the truth. But these are totally worth it. If these brushes were $16 to $20 for this set, I still would buy it because they're amazing. But also in the same set, you get 5 smaller brushes. These are basically smaller versions of these. So the first one that you have is an angled round top, which, I mean, you could use this for concealer, you could use this to blend out eye makeup. It's a nice brush. It's very similar to the Sigma. You get a pointed, this would probably be called a pointed crease brush, but I like it for really getting, like if I screw up my mascara, it happens all the time, I can get in with this brush with a little bit of concealer and clean it up, no problem. I love how pointed this is. I mean, I love how pointed this is. It does such a good job. The next one is a round top. Little, I mean, perfect size for concealer and for really getting under the brow bone. No, the 2 kabuki brushes is what I'm trying to say. A flat top one and a angled. This is basically a dupe for the Sigmas. Is it the P80? The P80 and the P82. These are so similar. These are not quite as stiff as the Sigma version, but they do the same job. You know, I'm not trying to like bash on Sigma or anything like that, because that's not my intention. To each their own. If you love Sigma brushes, by all means use Sigma brushes, because if you use a beauty tool that you like, your makeup will look better because you are enjoying doing it. It's like the same thing with like shooting a gun. If you find a gun, I know, gun and makeup in a Mandy Jean video, imagine that. If you find a gun that you like, you will be more accurate. So if you have makeup brushes that you like, your makeup will look better because you're enjoying using those brushes. But I've really been enjoying this brush set. I think for the value, it is amazing. I think it is such a great deal. Kudos to BH Cosmetics for making such great brushes that are affordable. It is greatly appreciated for us chicas on a budget. But what are some of your favorite brushes? I mean, do you love Sigma brushes? Do you love MAC brushes? Coastal Scents. I am definitely a brush hoarder, so I'm always looking for great brushes. But if you enjoyed my review of the BH Cosmetics Sculpt brush set, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!